Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Right, face, forward, march.
Good evening, parents, guests, Dr. Badams, Mrs. Satterley, board members Mr. Robbie Fabrizi and Mr. Thomas Spagel, our keynote speaker, Ms. Erin Connolly, and my fellow members of our graduating class to Strong Vincent's 2015 graduation ceremony. My name is Precious Thompson, and as class valedictorian, it is truly an honor to be standing up here today. They say that high school flies by. I disagree, because there were plenty of times when I thought that it would never end. But despite the leisurely pace of these past 4 years, I still can't believe we're here. While graduating means a new beginning and opening up a new chapter of our lives, it also results in the conclusion of another. There is a myriad of things we must say goodbye to and that we will miss dearly. Strong Vincent's classrooms, the familiar faces, the milk cartons with the weird cow jokes printed on them. It's always the little things, you know? We made some great friends, some interesting memories, and even learned a thing or two along the way. But let's be honest, we're all very excited that high school is over. Now our lives can really begin. But for most of us, this is the first time we will be able to make our own choices that will really shape our future. We will be able to take risks like we've never taken them before and experience life with a fresh, new perspective. I wanted to incorporate one of General Strong Vincent's quotes into my speech. Don't give an inch, boys, don't give an inch. I further researched it and learned that during a battle against the Confederates, Vincent had shouted this to his troops. However, he was shot just seconds after delivering the inspirational message. I thought that was a pretty harsh form of criticism, but sometimes that's just how it works. No, I don't mean that we occasionally get shot in front of all our troops on the battlefield. That usually doesn't happen as far as I know. I mean that sometimes things don't go our way, at all. Actually, much of the time, things don't go our way. But Vincent was strong, just as we need to be, and he took risks. That's how he made history. We all have our own methods for making our bit of history. It's important we stay true to ourselves throughout our journeys and continue to carry on Strong Vincent's legacy. George Washington, Cleopatra, Frederick Douglass. History is decorated with many admirable people, all associated with certain outstanding qualities. Maybe they were very strong or clever. Perhaps they were very charming or charismatic. Or maybe they just got lucky, who knows? But we can't all be Superman with the strong muscles, great hair, and heat vision. However, there is one thing that all of us can do that will definitely help us succeed, and that is hard work. Compared to the rest of your life, high school should have been easy. You will probably look back at it, granted through nostalgia-coated glasses, with fondness. But this next chapter gets a little rocky. No one is going to give you detention if you don't show up for class or you're late for work. It's all up to you. So while making your own history, there are qualities that we all possess and that we must practice if we want to succeed. Self-discipline, self-motivation, and the determination to work hard and never give up. I would like to take a minute to honor the memory of Quayshawn Tate, who should have been with us today, graduating with his peers. I want to express my condolences to his family, especially his parents, his close friends, and his teachers. Experiencing this loss with the entire senior class, as well as Strong Vincent's faculty and staff, is something I will remember for the rest of my life. Let us not forget Quayshawn and try our best to make him proud to have been a part of our class. I'd also like to take a moment to thank my own parents, as well as my wonderful sisters, my uncle, and my grandmother. I couldn't have done it without you guys, as cliche as that sounds. I'd also like to thank the wonderful faculty at Strong Vincent for preparing us for what's to come, especially the fantastic teachers whose classes I've personally been in during my high school career. Thank you all so much for being a part of my life and my success. But to the Strong Vincent class of 2015, just a second, I wanted to say that it has truly been an honor sharing this experience with all of you. Your parents and teachers should be so proud because, hey, you did it. I know it wasn't always easy, but you pulled through. I mean, seriously, give yourself a pat on the back. Take a little credit. You deserve it. Remember to always do your best, and that in the end, this is your life and your responsibility, no one else's. As for the past 4 years, I really only have one last thing to say. That was fun. Good luck to all of you graduating today. I truly have high hopes for you because, after all, we are not done making history, and through these doors pass the finest students in all the land. I would like to introduce our next speaker, Salutatorian Savannah Davis.
Thank you, Precious, for the introduction. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and the graduating class of 2015. I am Savannah Davis, the salutatorian of the graduating class. Today we are all gathered as a class one last time to celebrate this exciting event in our lives. As I stand before you, let us reflect on how we arrived at this day. We have been pushed by our families, teachers, and friends to strive for success in each of our accomplishments. Now it is our time to go into the world and make our own histories. As each of us choose our own individual paths, during our lifetimes have been many people who have left their historic marks in the world. One of them is Steve Jobs, famous Apple creator and entrepreneur. Jobs started his company in the family garage after he sold his Volkswagen bus. When he started, he just wanted to make smaller, cheaper, and accessible computers for the everyday consumer. His idea soon became a big hit, and he was able to move out of his family garage and into a bigger establishment with employees. He was able to make a $700 billion company from this idea. Despite his many struggles, he was able to achieve his goals and follow his dreams. Jobs once stated, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice, and most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition." If we spend our time worrying about what others want for us, we will not have time to think about what we want. We have to think about what imprint we are leaving behind. Is it ours or just an imprint of someone else? We have to do what feels right for us. As young people today, we have many options after graduation, such as going to college, enlisting in the military, attending a tech school, or joining the workforce. These are the paths that will lead us into making history. As we leave to start a journey of our own, remember the words of noted author Carlos Castone, an American author with a PhD in anthropology. We either make ourselves miserable or we make ourselves strong. The amount of work is the same. He too rose above the voices of the critics to become a successful writer and spiritual man of our time. Finally, in our lifetime, we have been witness to American President Barack Obama becoming the first African American to ever be elected into executive office. Obama secured his seat in history, and our generation witnessed one of the most influential events of our time. All of these people left their mark on our generation. Something for us all to remember as we leave here today is that we should never let the obstacles that lay in our way keep us from reaching our goals, our dreams, or making history. The obstacles should be a test to see if we are willing to persevere. History makers of our time have overcome poverty, critics, and unbeatable odds. With the support of our families, friends, teachers, and principals, we will pave the way for future generations. This is our time, our chance to make history. We may become the next entrepreneur, next American author, or the next president of the United States. Congratulations to the class of 2015. Thank you for your time this evening. I'd like to introduce the class and faculty choice speaker, Alana Williams.
Good evening. My fellow students, in 2011, most of us began attending Strong Vincent High School as freshmen. From the moment we stepped foot through those doors, we began making history, and although we may be leaving, we are not finished. From here on out, we will continue to be successful and go on to do great things like the many others who have graduated before us. We will pave the way for our future seniors and underclassmen who will come after us, and I hope that we will all do our best to set examples for them in the future. Attending Strong Vincent High School has been a great honor. So many amazing people have paved the way for us and shown us that we can be just as successful as they have been. All of these people are a part of the Strong Vincent family and have gone on to outstanding careers in acting, politics, and sports. Ann B. Davis, for example, moved to Erie at the age of 3. She attended Strong Vincent High School and graduated in 1944. She later became a successful actress and is best known for her work as Alice in the Brady Bunch. Essie Hollis began attending Strong Vincent in 1971, and after graduating in '73, went on to play basketball for the Detroit Pistons. Joyce Savacchio, another honorable Strong Vincent alumni, became the mayor of Erie. She was in office from 1990 until 2002. In 1997, she was appointed vice chair and member of the Christopher Columbus Fellowship Foundation by President Clinton. Mr. Robbie Fabrizio, a Strong Vincent graduate, went on to a successful career on the Erie School Board. Lastly, Attorney Erin Connolly, who became the Assistant District Attorney for Erie County in 2003, graduated from Strong Vincent in 1995. She received the Strong Vincent Alumni Award in 2012 for her many great achievements. With all the respectable people that have gone to Strong Vincent, I feel that there is no room for us to be any less successful. These people have walked these halls, attended similar classes, gone to Strong Vincent sporting events, and wore these very colors at graduation. Over the years at Strong Vincent, they too have went through trials and tribulations, but they relied on friends, teachers, principals, and other members of the SV family to support them and help them mark their place in history, just as we will. So after tonight, while we are pulling all-nighters studying, working that late shift, or reminiscing about the fun we had at prom, we must remember that we will always have a place at Strong Vincent. Like all of the successful graduates before us, we have cemented our place in history and will continue to grow and prosper while remembering our roots. I hope that in the future we will use everything we've learned in our time here to continue to strive for success and influence our younger siblings, future children, and even grandchildren to make their own history. I know that our experiences will help us later to achieve our goals. Be inspired, do great things, and represent the Colonels in our community and in our world. On behalf of the senior class of 2015, I want to thank our teachers, administrators, and staff for helping us out all of these years so that we can make it to where we are today. The history that we've made up until now would no doubt have been more difficult without you all there pushing us to work harder and be the best that we can be. Finally, I'd like to congratulate everyone on making it this far. I wish you the best on your future success. I hope you all continue to do well and strive while remembering that we, the class of 2015, have no limits. We are SV.
Hi again. I am always the person who gets to introduce to you the keynote speaker for our graduations. And we have had a number of amazing speakers over the years. I was so excited that the 85th was coming up, and I wanted so badly for Ann B. Davis, Alice from the Brady Bunch, to be able to come and be not so much our speaker, but just our honored guest. And I knew that I wanted a very strong woman to be our speaker for this year. And we have had rear admirals in the U.S. Navy. We've had the head of operations for the CIA. We have had Michelle Ridge. We've had Nick Scott. But I am so pleased for the first time that in my time as doing this, that I get to bring back someone that was in school when I was here. And one of the students that I saw graduate and I saw go to college, and without stopping, she went on to law school at Duquesne, and she got out of law school and she came back to Erie and was picked up by the district attorney's office because she's awesome. And when Erin, in the fall, maybe wins an election, she'll be making history because her father is a sitting common court pleas judge for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. And we know of none other that have had a father and daughter team follow each other because her father's going to retire. So ladies and gentlemen, please give a strong Vincent welcome to Miss Erin Connolly.
Wow, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, graduates. I sat and thought for a long time about what I was going to say today, and I made notes, and I threw them out, and I went over them and over them again. 20 years ago, probably close to today, I sat in the same seat you sit in now. I was a Strong Vincent graduate. Wasn't exactly the same seat. It was actually in an auditorium at the high school that was about 100 degrees, but same idea. I graduated in 1995. As a student, I was average. My grades weren't the best. My work ethic wasn't the best. I didn't care. I did what I could to get by. So for me to stand here and tell you today that I'm an attorney, that I've been a prosecutor for 12 years, is something I'd never would have thought I heard myself say back in 1995. Furthermore, I could never imagine that I would be your keynote speaker at graduation tonight, because about 50% of my class got better grades than I did, worked harder than I did, and probably would have been better if you asked back then to be the one to come before you today. So I am so honored to be here. I'm so honored and blessed to have the career I have, and I'm honored to have the opportunity to share that with you tonight. I didn't know what I was doing when I left Strong Vincent. I knew I was moving on. I knew I had to do something. I went to college. I excelled in college and decided to go to law school. I took the strengths I had. I knew I would always stand my ground. I would always fight for what I believed in, and I didn't care for injustice. And I took those things with me in determining who I would become and what my career would be in the future, not knowing down the road where I would be. And I'm telling you this because today, I still possess those qualities. Those are the qualities that make me a successful attorney and a successful person, a good person in life. Those qualities you all possess. You all have your own strengths. It's a matter of finding what they are. Take your strengths and use them. Find your passion and use it, because it will make you the person you are 20 years from now. I want you to remember a couple things, because these are things that when I sit back and think that I've learned the hard way over the last 20 years. And the first one of those things is take risks. Don't be reckless. Don't be reckless with your life or someone else's life, but take risks. You can only succeed if you try. You're going to fail. Absolutely, we all fail. You're going to lose, you're going to stumble, and you're going to fall. But get back up there, take the risk over again, and keep doing it and keep doing it, because it will make you a better, stronger person. Make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes, accept that they happen. Allow them to happen. Learn from them and move on. If you don't make mistakes, if you don't take risks, you're not trying, and you're always going to stay the same. Embrace what you learn from your mistakes and use it to make you better. Live without regret and do what you want to do and what's best for you without the judgment of others. Hold yourself accountable when you fail. Hold yourself accountable, admit those mistakes, and move on from them. Inspire yourself. Always try to be better. What you are today, what you are tomorrow, keep moving forward. You can always be better than what you are. Inspire yourselves and inspire others. Get back out there. Give to your community. Give back to your school. Do what you can to help others out, and work hard at it. And always, always, always see the gray in life. It's not always going to be black and white. The picture's not always going to be clear. Always look for the gray. Because when you find that, that's when you're going to find yourself. It's not going to be easy. There will be losses. There will be heartbreak along the way, but it'll be worth it. If you follow my advice, it took me 20 years to learn what I'm telling you today. You let yourself be who you are. You seek others' advice and guidance, but stay true to yourself, and you learn from the mistakes you've made along the way. You will be successful in life. Follow your passion and do what you do best, and that's being yourself. Congratulations, class of 2015.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have our Assistant Superintendent, Mrs. Nancy Sedali.
Good evening. You may have noticed an empty chair on stage, and that's because, unfortunately, Dr. Badams had a last-minute emergency, so I've been called on to fill in. So, for those of you I've not had the opportunity to meet, I'm Nancy Sadali. I'm finishing my second official year as Assistant Superintendent of Erie's Public Schools. And it certainly is a privilege to be here tonight to honor the 127 members of the Strong Vincent graduating class. The group of students assembled in front of me constitutes the 85th graduating class from Strong Vincent, but has the distinction of being only the 4th to graduate at the Bayfront Convention Center. As I view these young ladies and gentlemen who are about to launch into their chosen path, whether it be a 4-year college, a 2-year college, the armed forces, a technical school, or the world of work, I become acutely aware of all of the dedicated people who have supported and nurtured them throughout the years. I believe your teachers, your counselors, and your administrators assembled here tonight take a special pride in knowing they played a role in helping you walk across the stage this evening, but more importantly, in helping you to become people of integrity who will represent us well in the world. I can assure you from personal observation, this is a caring district with a committed faculty. There is a true feeling of community between the students at Strong Vincent and their teachers. I've not often seen this in other places. I've heard teachers excitedly comment that former students have contacted them to ask for advice or share experiences. So, class of 2015, please, I encourage you to stay connected with your teachers, your counselors, and your administrators who have so positively impacted your life. Share your success stories. Hearing from you is powerful, more powerful than you might imagine. Your success stories often fuel our teachers with renewed energy because it is through you that they know they've made a difference in the world. Parents, grandparents, and guardians attending this ceremony have been dedicated to see the students walk across stage and achieve their potential. I recently had the pleasure of watching faces of parents as they delivered students for kindergarten registration, and it was a bittersweet day. These parents are anxious about relinquishing their babies, yet so excited about the possibilities that lie ahead and what formal education can provide. And here we are, parents, 13 years later, experiencing some of those same emotions as we prepare to send our students on the next steps of their journey. But students, before you begin your summer of rotating through your ongoing rounds of graduation parties, filling up on pasta salad, sharing memories with friends, I'm asking you to take one moment and thank your parents, your grandparents, and your guardians. These are the people who have stood by you in good times and in bad. Parents and grandparents, could you please stand for a big round of applause? All right, thank you. You may be seated. My final thought for you graduates of 2015 as you enter this ever-changing 21st century world is to remember to hold fast to the enduring values of honesty, integrity, and patriotism embraced by your Strong Vincent community. These are values that have remained unchanged and have served us well throughout time. Graduates, I wish you all a safe and successful journey as you move forward in life. And those of you entering the military, especially realize you will be in our thoughts and prayers. The world awaits your youthful energy and optimism, and I am proud of each and every one of you, but expect great things. So congratulations, Strong Vincent Colonels, class of 2015.
so normally, you guys, I would not be up here. Mrs. Prater would be. But she has a family engagement tonight, and so we have her via video. It's like a modern world. So, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Sherry Prater.
Welcome parents, guests, school board members, faculty, and the leadership team of Erie Public Schools to the 85th graduation of Strong Vincent High School. We would like to acknowledge the family of Quayshawn Tate, whom we lost early in the school year, and the graduating class of 2015 will be honoring his memory with a special presentation. As we are celebrating the 85th anniversary of Strong Vincent High School, a lot of thought went into selecting a theme. We looked at the graduating alum and their achievements, realizing their legacy of success and achievements in government, business, medicine, etc. Locally and coast to coast. The theme became, "We are not done making history." To the class of 2015, I wish I could celebrate this moment with you, but as many of you know, my daughter is graduating this evening as well. Graduation marks not only a significant moment in your lives, but also marks a significant moment in the lives of your parents. So, I am going to speak to you tonight from the perspective of a parent, as we send you out into the world as young men and young women to become who you want to be. As parents, we know life isn't fair. It doesn't have to be. You just have to be prepared to withstand and take on its challenges. The extent to which you can do that is the extent in which you took advantage of your education. One of my favorite quotes is, "We can't always build our future for our youth, but we can build our youth for the future." Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Because of globalization and technology, your world is constantly changing. Your world will be different. Jobs will require higher qualifications. Knowledge will be in demand. Creativity and innovation will be highly valued. And the most important skill you will need to possess is the desire to constantly learn throughout your lifetime. We have tried to build you to be problem solvers, innovators, creators, because we don't know what jobs and technologies will impact your lives and your futures. During your young adult years, artificial intelligence will replace 50% of today's jobs. Family structures will constantly be redefined. The ideals of the Constitution will continue to be challenged and transform our nation. 1 out of 3 of you will live beyond 100 years of age. To name a few of those things, these changes will bring its own challenges and need for new innovations and solutions. With a solid educational foundation, you can meet these challenges with perseverance, integrity, confidence, tolerance, and a sense of humanity. You are smarter than you think. You are more capable than you can even imagine. You are stronger than you believe. You are Colonel Strong. And like the graduating class before you, you are not done making history yet. It has been a privilege to have been your principal. I wish you well, and I will miss you very much.
Hi, tonight we have a very special presentation. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Miss Denisha Goodwine, and her son, Quayshawn, was taken from us too early, right? So, we have for you his cap and his gown, his diploma.
Thank you.
Okay. And Mrs. Goodwine is going to make a presentation to the class.
First, I'd just like to say that I really appreciate how much support that you guys have given me from day one when I lost my son. Y'all came through with phone calls, cards, letters. You just were always there for me, and you made it a lot easier to kind of deal with and kind of cope with because I could feel his presence through every last one of y'all. I just wanted to say that, for those who don't know, I lost my son October 5th of 2014 in a fatal car crash. Him graduating meant everything to him. He had plans and he had dreams that we would talk about all the time. And I'm pretty sure he talked about it, with other family and also with friends. The name Fly Guy is what he called himself because he loved fashion. And he loved to throw that, that it on. And he loved, to be fresh. So that way, his good close friend Pookie could say, "You did that." But losing him made Fly Guy just mean so much more to me. To me, it means things like his beautiful smile, having a good heart, being a true friend, putting family first, just laughing until your stomach hurts, not stressing, and just living life, as if it was your last day. I'm very honored to be here and to be a part of the class of 2015. I just will be forever thankful for you guys being there for me through this difficult time. So for the very first time in Fly Guy history, I've created a scholarship, and it's called Fly Guy Nation. And with this scholarship, it's nothing complex. You don't have to be a straight A student. You don't even have to be at school every day, because I know I got messages still from Strong Vincent calling the recording saying, "Your student, Quayshawn Tate, did not show up to school today." So it's nothing that, that we're looking for that, is that nobody could qualify for. So I stand here today to present the very two first students, because this is something that I plan on doing every year here at Strong Vincent. I'm honored to award a girl and a boy, and it's ironic but Quayshawn had love for everybody. And if I could give a scholarship to every last one of y'all, I would. But the female scholarship goes to Katrina Rosenderry. And for my male, it goes to Shamont Simmons. So it's just a little something that I know that, for me, but I know that Quayshawn would be just so happy. And I know this is something that he is just smiling right now, just happy for me to be able to present and able to do. But anything that I can do to keep his name alive and just keep my baby here with me and be able to celebrate with everybody, I'm gonna do that. So again, I'm just honored and pleased to have been able to award that. I wish you guys nothing but the best. I got probably all of y'all as Facebook friends, so y'all know where to find me. Don't leave me out. I want some barbecue and graduation parties, But I want to thank y'all so much, and also to the staff. I mean, y'all have really been there for me and my family. I can't thank y'all enough. So So I just thank you so much again from me, my family, and Quayshawn. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Robbie Fabrizi, and I'm a school director, and I just want to hear it one more time for this. This was amazing. It's what being a colonel is all about. Hey, I'd like to begin by saying I'm a Strong Vincent graduate. I met my wife, Angie, in the auditorium at Strong Vincent. My father, Larry Fabrizi, went to Strong Vincent. My daughter, Tina, my son-in-law, Tim Romansky, also Strong Vincent graduates. Many of the friendships that I still have today were forged in the halls of our high school. So I think I can say with great certainty, we are SV. That still ring a bell? Let me just try that one time. We are. We are. We are. Love that. Love that. And it's an honor and a privilege to be here to graduate this class on Strong Vincent's 85th anniversary. And no, I wasn't part of the first class, okay? I know I'm an older guy, but okay. So I stand here today as a school director, and I'm compelled to impart some kind of advice, some kind of wisdom to this graduating class. The problem I face is I remember sitting in that seat over 40 years ago, is that the longer I talk, the less chance you'll remember anything I said. So I'm going to keep this very short, but I'm going to ask for some help. Seeing that there is no reason for you to take the advice of some old guy with a ponytail. So I'd like all the moms, dads, brothers, sisters, grandparents, aunts, uncles, neighbors, and friends, everyone to please stand up. All of you that are here to support, all of you please stand up. And I'm going to ask the graduates, to stand up, turn around, and face them, please. Okay? Okay, the advice I have, all right, the advice I have is based on a quote. The advice I have is based on a quote by Theodore Roosevelt, and it's do the best you can with what you have where you are. Can you bring that up? There it is. Okay, so everybody see it on the screen. So on the count of 3, I would like all of you to impart that on them. Okay, so you guys all look that way, and when they're done, if you, the graduates, would applaud everyone that supported you up to this point in your life. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Do the best you can with what you have, where you are. Thank you very much. And you can be seated, and you can all turn around. So that's it. You can stay standing because we're going to do this real quick. All right, so that's it. Do the best you can with what you have where you are. Simple, direct, straight to the point. Remember that for me. I know you're not going to remember much else, but remember to do your best at everything you do, wherever you are, whatever you do, all right? Thank you. All right, so let's get to the business at hand. And we have Alex already here, so we're all set. By the power duly vested in me as a member of the Board of School Directors of the City of Erie, and upon certification by the Superintendent of Schools, Dr. J.D. Badams, and the Principal of Strong Vincent High School, Ms. Sherry Prater, that the members of this senior class have satisfactorily completed the requirements for a diploma as determined by the local Board of Directors and the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I hereby declare the members of this class of 2015 of Strong Vincent High School officially graduated. I am honored to present this diploma to the class president, who is representing all the members of this class, Alec Lichnek. It is my pleasure to present you with this diploma, which certifies that you have completed your high school training. Congratulations to you and all the members of your class.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On behalf of Strong Vincent's class of 2015, I would like to accept this diploma. And now will you all please join me in turning our tassels? Yeah, y'all! Yeah!
Okay, we'll now present the candidates. Hashim Adil Abu Zabiba. Rennie Acevedo. Kamal P. Acharia. Tulasha Acharia. Jacob Raymond Acosta. Allison M. Adams. Diana Afanador. Rafael T. Akbar. Brandon M. Altoff Long. Andre Scott Arrington. Darren Lene Bailey. Shalay Marie Bailey. Quatika A. Banks. William S. Bell. Derek W. Behringer. Irene F. Blystone. Jeremiah Terrell Bonner. Marina Borshek. Jonathan James Brader. Tyson D. Bryant. Aaron L. Burns. Julian Antonio Devonte Caravella. Uwingabiri Maria Chantel. Durga D. Chuan. Emma Chuan. Linnea Monet Clinton. Desiree L. Davis. Savannah Ann Davis. Cameron Ada Teola DeWolf. David Andrew DiFilippo. Anthony Angeles DeTulio. Savannah E. Jeviexi. Danielle Farrell. Marissa A. Ferrito. Tyler J. Figueroa. Deshanique Lachey Flemings. Daryl L. Gamble. Deshaun Garcia Carr. Jet M. Gassing. Cody O. Graham. Tyvon T. Green. Anthony M. Grusha. Alec J. Hartlib. Charles E. Hayes III. Douglas A. Holcomb. Hannah Elizabeth Houston, Precious M. Hudson, Monifa Ibrahim, Brianna G. Irizri, Amanda Lynn Jarzewski, DeQuasia D. Johnson, Heaven L. Johnson, Sierra Marie Johnstone, Zachary D. Kell, Anthony Michael Kern, Lakumen Kadka, Laksumen Cannell, Alana R. Kirkpatrick, Taylor E. Klein, James L. Lee Jr., Alec K. Lichniak, Shatera S. Lofton, Elliot J. Lombardo, Luz Maria Lopez Sanez, Zachary William Lowry, Deja Lyons, Ahmed Mahamud, Hem El Mahat, Maya Cherie Malone, Adriana E. Marsh, Sakina A. McAdory, Carrie William McDade, Kavari McKenzie, Shawnee N. McLaurin, Samantha Menike, Jason A. Miller, Boomy Monger, Andrew M. Montroy, Gemma Moscone, Sadia Osman Mousse, Joshua Ortiz,
You could have said my name louder.
Kelsey L. Para, Quayshawn V. Patterson, Keshia D. Pierce, Kyle E. Pointer, Malik D. Pulliam, Sita Rai, Joquan A. Romas, Victoria Angel Reno, Brianna Marie Rivera, Sarai L. Roberts, Albin J. Rodriguez, Sarah Magdalene Roll, Giovanna M. Rogers, Jacob D. Ropoleski, Katrina Rosendary, Earl Ross, Raja Sabatini, Sadie Marie Santiago, Tamia Alexis Schweitzer, Rebecca A. Shantz, Shamont D. Simmons, Corinne W. Sims, Elijah C. Smart, Daniel Lee Stanton Jr., Sabrina Marie Stedman, Taylor M. Suchin, Jasmine Zimzak, Aaliyah T. Tangle, Quayshawn Tate, Deja Lachey Tatum, Precious Aaliyah Marie Thompson, Kenneth A. Tomzak, Shakira Torres, Zachary Robert Turner, Sangram Ura, Alyssa M. Ursoy, Heavenly J. Valentine, Colin Jordan Van Busker, Evan Van Hooser, Philip M. Vanucci III, Carolina Vega Figueroa, Brooklyn M. Vivier, Jonathan Daniel White, Alana R. Williams, Jakayla Sharice Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming tonight. Go out there and make history.